Hello, this is Gina V. Hill reporting to you from the Satluj Network, the news station that lets truth flow. The impacts of the Russian-Ukraine war have stirred issues with global food security, affecting nations, agriculture, and prices of goods all over the world. Here is Tiffany Acosta with more information on the story.
As the war deepens in Ukraine, the food crisis is worsening, posing a challenge to many countries, especially those that rely on food imports, such as the Middle East and North Africa. As the war in Ukraine compounds with other crises, its impacts are revealing major weaknesses in global food and energy systems. According to The Economist, Russia's invasion of Ukraine is creating one of the worst disruptions to the supply of wheat since the First World War. As prices spike, the damages from this shock will ripple right across the world, affecting corn, vegetable oil, fertilizers, and many other agricultural products. Food insecurity was already rising before the war. With an estimated 44 million people, it's on the brink of famine due to COVID-19, climate change, and conflicts. In total, roughly 345 million people across 82 countries are facing acute food insecurity, or high risk of it in 2022. Almost 200 million more than before the pandemic. Simultaneously, the war came at a bad time for global food markets because food prices were already high due to disruptions in the supply chain caused by the pandemic, strong global demand, and poor harvest in some countries. According to Ukraine's infrastructure ministry, due to Russia's efforts to block a UN Booker deal to export Ukrainian grain, Ukraine's Black Sea ports in Odessa have been working only at 25 through 30% of their capacity. A total of 380 vessels carrying 8.5 million metric tons of Ukrainian grain have left for Asia, Europe, and Africa since Ukraine and Russia signed the UN-backed grain deal back in July in Istanbul to alleviate a global food crisis over Russia's blockade of Ukrainian ports. Secondly, the population displacement caused labor shortages. Poland has seen 8.3 million border crossings from Ukrainians fleeing the war, and 1.5 million refugees from Ukraine registered in the country, the most of any neighboring country. Thirdly, access to vital agricultural products, such as fertilizers, is also constrained due to the export disruptions in the Black Sea region. Prices for resources, such as natural oils like sunflower oil, have reached record highs. The war may have a delay on any agricultural farming. Export restriction and speculation are driving up international prices and worsening the situation. Furthermore, the war triggered a panic buying movement at the country and individual levels. How will the world transition towards healthy, equitable, and ecological sustainable food systems? What are the implications it holds for even the wealthiest of countries when mass migration is at its highest? Will we finally see countries adopting urgent and long-term reforms and policies this year? Only time will truly tell. This is Tiffany Acosta from Satluj Network.